Hi guys, we're going over the TSL Mindset Spread, how to use these journal prompt cards, and also I'll be going over the Suits and Tarot little guide sheet that I have created for everyone to use, and I'm going to show how we can use it right now. If you're new to my channel, I'm Tanya Sue Lamsey. I am a self-empowerment coach and I love to share self-empowerment tips with everyone. And let's get started. So the first card has a little 1 on it and it says, what message needs to be heard now? I've already pulled the cards from the Cathar Tarot, and I've pulled clarifying cards from the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn, and they look like this. And I've recorded that for everyone so you can see that process. And I pulled up on my iPad the Suits and Tarot guide, and it's really handy when you're using tarot cards. So the first one we have is Knight of Shields. So what message needs to be heard now? It's a Knight card, which I have here, that represents character traits or different people in our lives, and shields. So Knight of Shields is a special one. Um, it's not minor arcana, it's major arcana. So this one, it looks like a person going off to fight a battle, and it has a lovely lady pining and sad behind. So he looks sad to be leaving and fighting, and she looks sad for him to go. These cards are very sad and dramatic. So what message needs to be heard now? I feel like it's what I'm reading from the cards. I feel like a lot of us are feeling this call to duty. I feel like myself, I do feel called to be of service. And I tried to be of service to all of you as much as I can and in a way that aligns with what I enjoy. And I enjoy doing oracle card readings and tarot card readings and creating things, digital things online to help. And this helps me. It doesn't just help you, it helps me too. So yeah, so that's what I'm getting from that. Um, a lot of us are right now being called to be of service in some way. It's basically like what our purpose was when we came into this life. Like a lot of us are feeling drawn to fulfill our life's purpose. And the way to do that is really to follow your heart, follow what makes you feel good. The clarifying card we have is balancing the brain, and it says, I can be and do all at once. I can be and do all at once. I love that. So yeah, sometimes our brain can kind of take over. That's not good. We need to make sure we balance the brain with our heart, with our sense of being, with just the way that we are. So we need to make sure that we also, the nice thing to do to turn off your brain a little bit is to meditate, to be in nature, to do some kind of movement. Do you like walking? Do you like riding a bike? Do you like dancing? These things will definitely help you turn the brain off. Yes, perfect. So that's our clarifying card and our main card. And then also, and I'll share my screen with you, but I will be writing down in the worksheet for the mindset spread each of the cards. So I have my little pen here, and under 1 it says what message needs to be heard now, and you put the card name. So I'm going to write the card name in, and then what message needs to be heard now. On the next screen for card 1 in the morning, I'm going to write what just came through. I'm going to write that down, and then tonight in the evening reflection part, I'll share that with you guys. I'm going to write down what I noticed today that fit this whole perspective. Was there something that came up today that totally just fit this card and really meant something to me. So that way it helps me reinforce my intuition, helps me reinforce that I'm getting the messages from spirit so more can come in, helps me keep that connection going, keep a flow of information from my higher self coming in. Okay, perfect. Now let's go to prompt card number 2. What needs to be let go of now? And I have 8 of Swords. I've pulled 8 of Swords. So on my little guide sheet here, Swords is element of air. It is a masculine energy. So what needs to be let go of now? It could be, let's see, thoughts, words, challenges, conflict, courage, logic, aggression, problem solving, movement, intellectual decision making, and how we communicate. So I'm going to look at the cards and see which of those types of things stand out to me while looking at the cards. So, what needs to be let go of now? Oh, this guy is like sick and miserable. So, for me, what needs to be let go of now is our pity parties, our misery, um, this feeling that, and then 8 of Swords, that means it's part of daily life, you know, the ins and outs of daily life. So, um, for 8 of Swords, ins and outs of daily life, I feel like we could be focusing on the things that annoy us and irritate us and make us feel miserable, or we can choose to focus on the light things, the nice things, that are the things that are going right, the things that we're learning. I mean, a lot of our challenges are there to help us learn. So like today, I'm at a hotel, the breakfast is included. I go there at, the breakfast is 6 a.m. to 9:30. I go there at, what time was it? About 8, I want to say 8:30. So not at the end, but certainly not at the beginning of the breakfast. There weren't there were no more bagels left, no more croissants or whatever. There was a section of the bread stuff that was completely empty, and I was like, oh, really? What happened? Did they run out and they're not even just gonna replenish it? Like, it was slightly annoying. So um but I did get my scrambled eggs. I like to have eggs every day. And I had a biscuit. And I was like, well, maybe I didn't need that croissant or that bagel. I know I say bagel weird. Um that's my Midwestern accent coming through. But yeah, so I was like, you know what? Actually, maybe I didn't need to eat that many carbs this morning for breakfast, and I just concentrated on the eggs and the biscuit, and I had free coffee. So that was nice. So yeah, I could have focused on the misery and not enjoyed my breakfast at all, but I chose not to. I chose to enjoy what there was, which was good. And then the clarifying card that I pulled for what needs to be let go of now, it says, unhooking the past. There is nothing to regret when I learn from my past. Very nice. Yeah. So there's, like I said, there's nothing to regret. Things that come up that seem a little bit miserable, we don't need to regret it. Maybe it'll remind us of a past experience that was negative, but we can just let go of that. We can unhook from the past, and we can just choose to learn whatever we can from this now moment, and expand as much as possible in each moment, and just learn from it, and we don't have to be miserable. And then card number 3. All right, so question 3, what trauma shadow needs to be focused on now? I have pulled 10 of Wisdom. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. 10 of Wisdom. Interesting. So 10 of Wisdom, that's like the ins and outs. So what trauma shadow needs to be focused on now? 10 of Wisdom, I'm looking at it. What's coming out to me? So there's like this family that looks pleased, pleasant. They're eating. They're all together. The mom is nurturing the baby. The dad is there. The mom is there. 3 kids are there. They're like content, right? But then there's this guy. There's this guy outside in the snow, barely any clothes. He looks very sad. He looks like he's got his hand on that family's window, and it looks like he is kind of like asking for help, hoping that they will share their bounty with him. He looks pretty poor and miserable. So, what trauma shadow needs to be focused on now? I think some of us probably feel like we want that handout, that maybe a lot of us did not have the upbringing that seems perfect. A lot of us, our parents maybe got divorced, or maybe our parents didn't get divorced, but they fought a lot. Like we didn't feel like we had that cozy, warm home, in our upbringing when we grew up. Um, so we might need to look at that. We might need to look at, are we feeling woe is me? Are we feeling like we have been slighted, or because of our upbringing, because of that family home, because of the circumstances, maybe our parents were poor, or they weren't emotionally available. Our parents just somehow didn't take care of us, or life was cruel to us, the way that we grew up, and the circumstances we were in seem unfair. So maybe we need to look at. Sorry about that, guys. My phone storage became full, so I had to stop recording. But that pretty much covered card 3. So we'll go to prompt 4. And it says, what gifts support should be called upon now? And we have 7 of swords. So I'm going to look at my handy dandy Suits and Tarot sheet here. And swords, that is air, masculine, thoughts, words, challenges, conflict, courage, logic, aggression, problem solving, movement, intellectual decision making, how we communicate. So, what gifts support should be called upon now? Whew, that person is. They look very destitute, actually. This guy is like leaning over, and he looks about to collapse, or like he's just collapsed. Wow, he's not very happy, but he has 2 people attending to him, actually there to help him. One is a very pleasant looking, smiling lady, and she has, it looks like, a bowl. She's probably got food. She's probably actually just there ready to support him. So I think a beautiful message that I'm getting from this card is, you might be feeling really bad. You could be in a really bad spot emotionally, career wise. It might be hard for you to make a certain decision. You're at a moment where you have a big challenge in your life, but actually, there are people next to you that you might not even realize or think to call on them, that are ready to help you. Like they actually want to help you. There are people that actually they feel a sense of purpose for helping someone else. um, they love and enjoy using what they're good at to help other people. I'm like that. I love sharing the ways that I can help others, and if someone needs help, I love to help somebody. So don't hesitate to call on somebody if you need help. And sometimes just saying a blanket like statement to somebody like, you know what, I think I need to see a lawyer about this thing. Do you recommend anyone? And they might have a good recommendation for you. Just talk to somebody. And as you're talking about it, you kind of get the ball rolling. And this person might not know, but they might know somebody who probably knows. So that's the way to get the ball rolling and to get you the support that you need. The clarifying card is polishing my heart. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. Yes, definitely, if we're going to ever heal from something, that means we have to feel what we're feeling. We have to let all of our feelings be okay. If we hold on to a feeling, or we push it down, or we ignore it, it can turn into actual like disease or miasma in the body. It's actually very unhealthy to do that. Now moving to prompt number 5. What is the next step? I love this question. Five is my number, and I love number five because it's all about change. And I'm actually all about change myself. I welcome change all the time. Ace of Love. Ooh, okay, very nice. So Ace to 10. So we're still at the ins and outs of life, and it says love, and it shows a cup. So we're gonna look at the cups on our Suits and Tarot cheat sheet, which is water, feminine emotions, relationships, love, intuition, inner feelings, subconscious mind, people close to you, a new relationship, inside of matters of the heart. So, what is the next step? I would say that's really it's ace. It's the one thing to do is look at the love in your life, appreciate the love that's there. um, Love is also about our feelings, our heart space. Just like the last card, look at your feelings, feel your feelings. There are no wrong feelings. So make sure you feel your feelings. In the background, it looks like a drought, a very inhospitable environment. So um, definitely focus instead on this negative stuff that might be around you. Focus instead on the gold, the beauty, the love that's there. Nature loves you. If you're feeling a lack of love somehow, God and nature, listen to music that makes you feel loved. There's a lot of self-love, self-care rituals that you can do. I definitely recommend you do that regularly. And the clarifying card is allowing appreciation. The value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. Yeah, exactly. Look at the lovely things. Look at even the little things and appreciate them, and you'll have more love in your life, definitely. I love that clarifying card. And then number 6, the last prompt question says, what is the inspired mantra mindset needed now? And we have 6 of love. Okay. 6 of love. So, love again, cups, water, feminine. This guy, he's amazing. He's he's an older gentleman. He's pouring out whatever is in his cup. He has a cup there. He's pouring it out, and he's watching these kids in the street. They almost seem like they're fighting. They're like wrestling or something. There's one kid on the ground. Doesn't look great. I feel like this man is kind of upset, and he's watching these other kids like suffer, and I think he's like, why are you suffering? Like that's kind of a needless thing, I think. But yeah, for the inspired mantra needed now, I think if you see someone suffering, and if it's annoying you, bothering you, upsetting you, that someone is being hurt or taken advantage of, you should stand up. Like this guy looks like he's standing up, he's getting up. Make a stand, say something about it, speak out, take action, try to follow what your heart says. If your heart is touched or bothered or hurt by something that you see, take action about it, and that would be a way for you to help someone else, maybe inspire someone else, make them feel better, make them feel like someone loves them, someone cares about them. We all sometimes we just need that little smile from someone, or help carrying groceries to our car, or anything, little ways that you can help someone and take care of them and make them feel loved. Our clarifying card is illuminating the truth. I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. A lot like the other one. Look at your feelings, see things clearly. Uh, that's the thing. Sometimes you try something and you think, oh, that is not the outcome I wanted. That is not how that wanted to go. But you probably can learn from it. Even if something doesn't happen the way that you hoped or expected, for sure you can learn something from it. So it helps to look at it clearly. It helps to analyze it, no matter how it ended up, and probably you'll learn something so that it doesn't happen again that way. you can learn from it and say, you know what, next time it's actually going to have a better outcome because I'm going to do X, Y, Z. So, yes, I love those cards. I hope you enjoyed the messages. Take care, guys. Love you.